Hey everybody, Chevy Nobody Else's Auto. More cool new inventory tonight. We've got a ton of it coming up. A lot of great stuff been hitting the ground lately. Some cool pickups, some cool cars, Ford, Chevys, Mopars, a lot of great stuff. So click that subscribe button. Be sure to check out the other videos and click that notification button as well. We do a lot of cool live stuff here too. You don't want to miss any of that. But tonight we're going to check out a 1970 Caprice Sport Sedan. Now this car, not quite this nice. The car that we've got here is pretty rough, been heavily parted, and not a ton left, but still a lot of cool options. And it actually was a big block Caprice even. This car here, this is the factory showroom poster. This car was a 350 in red, 4-door hardtop, the very unique 1970 only caps that they used. I believe those were a 70 only cap on this factory showroom poster. Along with that, I've also got the showroom poster for the Kingswood wagon. I actually had one of these cars come in recently, also a big block 454 car. You can check out that video here by clicking the link and check out that 454 Kingswood estate that came in recently. So kind of cool original factory showroom pieces for these 1970 Chevys. This car, as you can see, it's a little tough. It's nowhere near complete. The 454 is long gone, but there's a lot of good pieces here. There's a lot of Caprice only trim left on it. So let's check it out. And then we're going to get into the showroom album like we did on the Kingswood and check out some of the colors and options on this car. Obviously the 4-door hardtop sport sedan and a 70 Caprice in a very nice blue color. We can see these color coordinated side moldings were a Caprice deal. Kind of tough to find since those were, I believe, specific to the Caprice. Obviously the Caprice emblems on the sail panels. And this was a vinyl top car, so it has the vinyl top moldings around the back. As we come around the back, we see the distinct rear bumper used in 70. This one's bent up a little bit. Of course, we've got the Caprice by Chevrolet on the trunk lid here. Let's take a peek in the trunk while we're back here. Looks like we've still got a jack in here. Spare tire still laying in there. Oh, here's one of these 70 Chevy hubcaps, just like we saw on the showroom poster. So we come around the passenger side. There again, lots of dings, lots of dents, but a lot of this Caprice trim is here other than this rear door. Take a peek in here. We've got Caprice on the dash with the little saint symbol next to the Caprice. Caprice on the door panels with the wood grain. These were definitely designed to be an upscale car. As we work our way around the side, we can see where the remnants of the 454 badge was at on this car. We can see somebody's already got the 454 and the transmission. However, this car does still have the 12-bolt rear end under it, so that's a win. We see this 70 only nose, missing one headlight bezel, but all the rest of this stuff is still here. And of course the hood's long gone. A super tough, hard to find piece for the 70 being the hood. We can see, of course, did have power brakes. Of course, it was a Caprice, so it was fairly well loaded. We see the air. Something interesting we do see that we don't see on a lot of these cars, the factory cruise stuff. Kind of an odd option. And inside over here on the driver's side, we can see we had a power seat. The car had power windows. Steering column's gone, so I bet this probably had a tilt column in it. If we look down at the bottom, we see the brake pedal pad. It looks like it had a disc brake pedal on there, so this car had disc brakes. But there again, this was a Caprice. This was upscale, luxury car. So let's learn a little bit more about it in the 1970 sales album. As we open this up, 1970 Chevrolet colors and fabrics, we've got our trim tag right here we can reference on some of this stuff. And let's see what we see in here. Paint, I assume there's the 28, a paint code. Let's check and see. I see a blue back here. Yep, Fathom Blue, paint code 28. right here in our color chips. Great looking blue. Very nice medium metallic Fathom blue paint. Obviously the car's heavily faded, but boy, in its day, Fathom blue with a white vinyl top we can see the remnants of. This thing was sharp. Let's check our trim code. And it looks like we've got 826 on our trim code down there. So 826 in Caprice, 826 dark blue. So we had these two blues as a set. The dark blue interior against the Fathom blue with a white vinyl top. This thing would have been one super sharp car when it was new. Let's learn a little bit more about what was available on these Caprices. We'll go back to our Caprice section here. Corvette, Nova, Camaro, wagon. Spent some quality time with that section on the Kingswood. Chevelle, Monte Carlo, and Chevrolet, the regular full-size car. Caprice available in both the coupe and sedan, V8 only. Not available with a 6-cylinder, as the Impala, Bel Air, and Biscayne were all available with. And then check that out. There it is right there, only with a black top and a coupe. But I believe that's our color. New features for 1970 Chevrolet. New front styling, new rear bumper styling, new side marker lights. Caprice exterior features color accented wheel covers, new interior trim, new color codes, new power choices, 3 new big inch V8s available. A lot of cool stuff happening for 1970. Obviously we do know 1970, almost kind of a pinnacle year for Chevrolet, kind of a pinnacle year for a lot of car manufacturers in the muscle car world. And a lot of that performance stuff kind of trickled down to the big cars. You didn't need a big block in a Caprice to go to the grocery store, but they built some of them like this because that's what people wanted. The Caprice Coupe and the Caprice Sedan, just like we have here. Brocade and custom knit. Obviously this was the custom knit style interior. And the Impalas, the Impala interiors, the Impala convertible. Working your all the way down to your basic Biscayne, basic vinyl interior. So, let's learn a little bit more about how these cars were built and made. Obviously, here's our models with our interior choices, our exterior colors, just like we looked at in the color charts. 28, Fathom Blue. Vinyl top colors available. White would have been an A code. Seat and shoulder belt colors to coordinate with the interiors. Body side molding color inserts for the Caprice and the Impala, just like we looked at where the moldings accented the body of the car. Engines. 2 454s were available, 345 horse and a 390 horse. Optional equipment included with optional and V8 engines. Heavy duty springs, heavy duty axle. Like I did mention, this car does still have the 12 bolt under it. Dual exhaust, large capacity radiator. And it had this broke down by engine, the 350, the 400, and the 454s, and all this stuff was pretty much standard with the 454s. And of course, automatic and 3-speed transmissions. This, I'm sure, was a turbo hydromatic automatic. Different wheel cover and wheel choices. Obviously your basic dog dish cap, the Caprice standard cap like we just looked at, color coordinated to the car, the full wheel cover for Impala, Bel Air, and Biscayne, the special turbine style wheel cover. This was a very heavy wheel cover that was available even like on Corvette, and the rally wheel was also available on full-size 1970 Chevrolets. A wide variety of exterior features available, many of which were standard on the Caprice. You can see where all these dots fill in what came with it and what was available. As you got down here to the Biscayne, not as many of these features were available with the basic cars. Interior features, Astro ventilation, big selling point for Chevrolet back in the late 60s, early 70s. Interior trim features, even all the way down to dimensions, interior room dimensions, exterior dimensions. Will the thing fit in my garage? Well, it gives you the dimensions. If you're tall, how much headroom do you have? It tells you right here, headroom front, headroom in the back, leg room, hip room, shoulder room. Kind of crazy, you know, in today's world, we're used to just punching all this into the internet and it gives it to you. Back then, you sat down with your salesman at the dealership and you literally went through all this stuff. If you were a tall dude and this stuff mattered to you, you went and sat down with them and went through the information with them. All right here in the book, including the luggage compartment, glass area, tire size and specifications, capacities, 24-gallon fuel tank, curb weight, 6 curb weight V8. Optional equipment. Appearance groups, power teams. Back then, literally, you could order all these basic options. Anymore, you get this package or that package or that package or that package, and that's what you get. Anymore, but back then, this thing really broke it down. There were 5 different radio codes: AM, AM, FM, AM, FM stereo, stereo tape AM, stereo tape AM, FM. 5 different vinyl top colors. Fender skirts, cruise, tilt wheel, cushioned rim steering wheel, heavy duty suspension, different tire sizes, black wall, white stripe, of course, power teams, feature groups, appearance feature groups, front and rear bumper guards, rear window defroster, left-hand outside remote mirror, air conditioning, heavy-duty battery, console with, if you ordered a bucket seat interior in some of these cars, which I don't think that was available in full size, but all this stuff broken down piece by piece on how you wanted to order it. Chevelle stuff, wagon options, Camaro options, Corvette options, all that stuff broken down piece by piece on how you wanted to order it. Kind of crazy to think about in today's menu price world of, you sit down and you want to look at a car, well, you get this in this package, this in this package, this in this package, or that in that package, and that's how you order them. It comes with this, 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 and this. You want this package, it comes with that, and then this, 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 and this. This broke it down piece by piece by option codes in 1970. So even though this old Caprice is pretty rough, even though there's a lot of stuff missing, there's still a lot of hard to find pieces here that, you know, it's a lot of stuff that's Caprice only, 70 Caprice only even. So that's why I went ahead and added it to the inventory, just to bring it in, because I know there's a lot of stuff out there that guys are going to need. And a lot of people say, well, it's just a 4-door. Well, there's a lot of guys out there that have nice old 4-doors that might be missing a piece of trim, or have a bowling that gets bent or falls off or was missing when they got the car. And being as a lot of this stuff is for a Caprice only, that's why we need to save these cars. So brought it in, added to the inventory, and here she is. So got any questions about this Caprice or any of the other couple thousand cars and trucks we've got here on the ground at Nobody Else's Auto, just give me a call. 620-786-4428. I'll put that number in the text part of this video as well. And give me a shout. As much information as you can give me helps me know what I'm looking for when I get out here. Year, make, model, body style, the parts you need, or what you're looking for a project. With a couple thousand cars on 20 acres, I need to have a pretty good idea of what I'm looking for when I get out here, to see if I've got something that will help you out with your project. Like we mentioned earlier, a ton of cool stuff hitting the ground recently. You don't want to miss any of the cool content coming up, so definitely click that subscribe button, click that notification button, and start hanging out with us here on Nobody's Show. Give me a shout if you got any questions. Hope you enjoy the old Caprice. Stay tuned. Like I said, a lot more cool stuff coming up. Thanks for watching this video, everybody. We sure hope to see you soon on the next one.